Hey, Jonathan here at TopSaw. Today I'm going to go over replacing that 4-inch culvert with a 6-inch culvert. When I built the house, it was a weekend. I didn't have time to get a pipe when I had the equipment here. So a student left an excavator here for this weekend, so I'm going to get it done correctly this time. So there it is right there. It's a 4-inch culvert that overflows once a year. It drains out. It's pretty seasonal. So we'll pop all that out, replace it with a 6-inch, and wait for some rain. All right, let's get it started. All right, we got a Bobcat 331 mini excavator. This is a beautiful tool, I think about 7,000 pounds. You can drive it on pavement with not tearing anything up. It does have the thumb on it, which is absolutely essential. And I got the narrow bucket on it. It's actually a cool tool. I used to have a Takeuchi mini excavator for moving logs, and I loved it. Takeuchi is a great machine, but I haven't driven an excavator in a few years, so I'm a little rusty, going pretty slow. I'm going to pluck that rock out with the thumb. Really easy to use, this thing. It's amazing, its capacity, with only 40 horsepower. And then nice thing too is I'm going to be able to just saddle the old culvert and then walk all the way back up into the swale. You can see right there, first thing I did was grab an irrigation line. And actually, before you ever dig, you should always make sure and check that there's no underground underneath. On this project right here, I put in that 4-inch culvert a little bit ago. So I know there's nothing underneath. So rather than break the irrigation line, I ended up just pulling it up out of the way. Then my other thought I had just here too is that this area is all barked. So rather than having to buy bark at the end, I'm trying to rake all the bark to the side so I could put the new culvert in, backfill over it, and then when I'm all done, pull the bark back on top of the raw dirt so I don't get muddy footprints in the house. Keeping everybody happy. Pretty thin little bucket, works really well. You don't have to move that much dirt, which is nice. I'm actually going to use the front blade right there to back drag the rest of the bark off. So I don't know if you could tell there because of the light, but I'm kind of back dragging the bark to exposed dirt. And then, like I was saying, I'm trying to keep all of the shredded bark so that I don't have to buy any more to cover that area up. A little bit of a push to get the bark over, and I'll set back up, kind of straddling it. Really easy to figure out where my line's going to be because I'm following the old culvert back to the swale. Another angle a little bit further up, and the swale's kind of right behind me there. Make sure you always buckle up, wear your seatbelt in a mini excavator, and really don't do this unless you know what you're doing. I guess the biggest danger is probably digging into electrical, but flipping these machines pretty catastrophic as well. I got a little drone footage later on in this video. The funny thing is, operating that excavator is really not any different than operating the drone. You can see on those teeth, I caught the old 4-inch ABS pipe. Get that out of my way. I think it's exactly 20 feet, which is really nice because culverts come in 20-foot lengths. And that ABS, when I was building the house, is actually some of the old drain. And that's why I had it on the property when I put that culvert in, rather than actually using culvert drain. So I did use a double wall, smooth on the inside, 6-inch diameter culvert in here. Pretty inexpensive. It's 20-foot length. I think it was like $70. So there are no seams in it. It's pretty strong. I didn't backfill with sand or gravel or anything. I laid it in there pretty well, and then just backfilled over it. We'll get to that in a little bit. So just kind of cleaning out that trench, trying to get into the swing of things here. The Bobcat 331's beautiful machine. I think it's 7,100 or 7,200 pounds operating weight, which is a perfect weight, because if you have a 3,000 pound trailer, you stay under the 10,000 pound gross, so you don't need a commercial truck to tow it. It does put out 40 horsepower out of a really small Kubota engine. I saw it once before. I forgot how big that engine is, but I think it's only like a 2-liter engine or 2.2 turbo diesel made by Kubota. Those engines seem to run forever. It's a pretty cool little rig. Hard to see with the shadows. There's my trench. That didn't take very long. Alright, there's a 6-inch culvert, 20 foot long. Just go through my cab window right to the front. You know, 6-inch doesn't seem like that much more, but you know, it's over twice the size, because you gotta remember area is pi r squared. So a 4-inch pipe is 2 squared, 4 times 3, 12 inches, and then the 6-inch pipe is 3 squared, 9 times 3, 27. So you go from 12 inches to 27. So it's a big change. Hopefully it's enough. I'm sure it is. That looks good. I think we're done right there. Fill it in a little bit. Alright, here's an aerial view from the drone. This is my daughter actually operating it. She's doing a really good job. Probably should have put her on the drone instead of the excavator, but she beat me to the excavator. So it's kind of cool watching it from the air. You kind of see the swale up there, drains down to just to the right side, and then rather than that swale continuing across that area, that flat area, kind of have a picnic table there, and that's why it's nice for it to go into the culvert instead. She's getting the hang of it. You know, it's kind of a fine touch on the controls. That takes experience. No matter how good you are at operating equipment, it's really time in the seat. So it just takes a lot of time to get a little smoother in the excavator. Just backfilling the trench. First thing I did after I put it in is I made sure there was enough grade on it that it dropped a few inches. Actually, what did it drop? I think it dropped, a couple inches per foot. So it wasn't too steep, and it had a nice consistent slope all the way across, so that there wouldn't be any low spots. I was going to put a corrugated pipe in there, like a flexible pipe, but then I got nervous not to, because I didn't want water to pool in between the corrugations on the inside and get mosquitoes there. So I'll go a quick overview on the controls. These two levers here are drive, right track, left track. They could also be operated with your feet. Then left hand right there, just push the left hand. Here, let go with your right hand, and then only hold with your left, and go forward, backwards with your left. Just pull it, no, only forwards, backwards. So that's forwards on the big boom, and then back. Yeah, so that's left hand. And then side to side spins the whole turret. So go left, your left hand left. Yep, nice touch. Left hand right. Yep, so that turns the whole turret. And then right hand over here, go right hand up towards you. That's the end stick. Right hand away from you. And then right hand left to right, brings the bucket in and out, and then back out. And then how that thumb works, that thumb's pretty cool. Hopefully you can hear over me. you got to hit this auxiliary hydraulic button first, and then the thumb toggle right here is for the bucket. This is blade up and down, multiple speeds. That right there is throttle. You should always wear your seatbelt. Okay, one more drone flyover. You're going through the pipe there, and that's kind of going up the swale. Now I'm up in the swale looking down into the inlet. I'm sure there won't ever be too much water for that 6-inch pipe, but you see all those leaves, so if the first storm washes them down, that might clog it. There it is, kind of in the shade, stacked a few rocks right there. That's where it was. Pretty quick project actually. I guess right tools. And then this side's kind of pretty big encatchment area. And there's a new pipe right there. Just need a storm now. But we're getting one next week, so I'm excited to see how that goes. Alright, it's Jonathan at TopSaw. Thank you for watching. Love to hear your comments below. What you think of this, if there's a better way to do it. Let me know. Hit like and subscribe. Thank you.